You can't treat him like Captain America. You can't treat him like Black Panther. Black Panther had humor, but if all of Black Panther was humor with some action, that would be really weird. Making Black Panther completely comedy just makes it a Tyler Perry movie. What's up, you guys? Welcome to Boss Level 8, where we make fun of movie critics. We watched Ant-Man and the Wasp. We're gonna read this review from Brian Orndorff. We've read his reviews before, so we're not too excited. After appearing in Captain America Civil War, Ant-Man returns to his own series with Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's not his own series, it's Ant-Man and someone else. Like, he's sharing the series in this one, so it's not really his now. It's like both of them. Which tries to replicate the mix of laughs and spectacle found 3 years ago, often contorting itself in awkward positions to do so. Oh, I get it. Because of the shrinking and the growing. Well, that's not really contorting into different positions, that's more changing size. But whatever. If you found Ant-Man hilarious, there's no reason why you wouldn't respond positively to the sequel. Which, oh, cool, great, bye. Oh, there's more. Which largely plays the same beats of bewilderment and tech jargon, while Luis remains a flighty, chatty type who in the new film is introduced to the freedoms of truth serum administered by villain number 2, Black Market Kingpin Sonny, and unimaginatively cast Walton Goggins gives his umpteenth baddie performance. Man, this is glossed over like 2 characters and a whole bunch of shit that happened in this movie. Alright, I guess it had no pertinence, maybe. To you, I guess? I don't know. It seemed like it made sense with the plot and didn't like just need to be glided past like that, but okay. Also, Walton, what is it, Walton? What else has Walton Goggins been in? Did you look that up while you're writing this? He's not like a common name. Man, I'm so tired of seeing Walton Goggins in everything. Oh, man. It's just annoying. It's like seeing BuzzFeed on YouTube. It's annoying as shit. Leave us alone, Mr. Goggins. You're everywhere. I can't name a single movie. If you're like me and found Ant-Man overly aggressive with lame humor, Ant-Man and the Wasp isn't an improvement. The dead air littering the It's really funny. It's like, if you didn't like the humor of the first one, you probably won't like the humor of the second one. Yeah. Although I do think that you should try things twice to see if you like them. I think it's things like food, not things like a movie. You could have watched Ant-Man twice, decided if you liked Ant-Man, and then not went and seen the sequel. That would have been way easier. But instead you watched Ant-Man, didn't like it, then went and saw the sequel thinking it was gonna have different humor? That makes no sense. With dead air littering the movie, finding imagination limited with gags. I don't know when it's a gag and when it's imagination. I do when I'm watching Jake or Logan Paul, but I don't when I'm watching a movie. One particularly painful moment played for laughs has Scott simply asking for an Altoid from Hank, only to be refused multiple times. First off, that was explained later on in the movie. Second of all, it made sense considering the 2 characters, their relationship, and what had happened previously to this movie. I thought you were just gonna bitch about the fact that like Altoids probably paid for that. But you know, Altoids is cool. And refreshing and minty. It's a shame Ant-Man and the Wasp doesn't remain in the heat of the moment, quickly losing focus without a distinct antagonist. There are 3 in the movie. That's a pretty common complaint for people who watch Marvel movies. There's so many characters. There's so many main characters. Man, I hope you never read a comic. You're gonna get really fucking confused. Or watch a cartoon. I feel like when you were a kid, anytime a cartoon came on, you're like, what is this crap? G.I. Joe, too many characters. Just give me Duke and I'm done. Just Duke. It sounded gross, but you know what I meant. The character Duke, not poop. I know what it sounds like. Stop thinking about poop. Poop. With the saga of Ghost losing urgency as story expands to deal with the quantum realm. Just to be fair, the movie started with the urgency of the quantum realm. It kind of set up the whole movie. So, and that's not a spoiler, it happened in the beginning. It happened before the credits. It happened before the Marvel thing that happens. I mean, shit. Action is better than comedy, keeping Reed busy enough to achieve a few successful visuals that play around with scale and speed. Are you saying the action was better than the comedy in the movie? Because you just said action is better than comedy. Is it just like a declarative statement about whether or not we should like action over comedy? That's weird. I'm just picturing you at a stand-up comedy open mic and walking up, punching one of the comics in the face and just turning to being like, isn't this better? Is this better? and all this funny crap. I mean, at an open mic, it might be. Also helping the cause is Laurence Fishburne portraying Bill, Hank's estranged colleague, giving the picture necessary gravitas, while the main cast plays everything too lightly, turning MCU bigness into a sitcom, albeit one with spectacular visual effects. I don't know, it's kind of hard to make Ant-Man not funny. He becomes big, he becomes little, the guy's he's named for an ant. Like, you can't treat him like Captain America. You can't treat him like Black Panther. Black Panther had humor, but if all of Black Panther was humor with some action, that would be really weird. We can't do that. But you can with Ant-Man. You should with Ant-Man. Making Black Panther completely comedy just makes it a Tyler Perry movie. I'm just waiting for that Medea fight. That'd be pretty badass. Oh right, we're not allowed to have action. Ant-Man and the Wasp is careful not to upset the formula that made Ant-Man into a hit film. But coming after Black Panther, sorry, Tyler Perry's Black Panther, and Avengers Infinity War, it's difficult to get excited for confection again, especially one that doesn't have the dry silliness of Thor Ragnarok, a movie where clearly you liked the comedy but you don't of Ant-Man, but for some reason you saw the second one expecting something different, or the bright characters of Guardians of the Galaxy. It's completely different. And how are we defining brightness? Intelligence? Color? Depth? Humor? I don't know. You can't just say bright. I don't even know what that means. Gamora's green. I don't like when people describe things and don't explain it, because that needs explanation. Like, oh, this really didn't have the luminance that something else had. Oh, really? What does that mean? Ant-Man and the Wasp doesn't intend to disturb the momentum of the MCU because it's a part of it. Instead, it helps it along, which makes it almost instantly forgettable and habitually unfunny. Man, you just don't like the humor. It's fine. It's fine, but it shouldn't be the humor is unfunny. You don't like this kind of humor. I was in a theater full of people laughing. They did, except that one guy. But he's aware of the fact that action is better than comedy. Probably won't be seeing him at the next Black Panther 2 movie, Roar, a Black Panther Halloween. Too many Tyler Perry jokes going on. Okay. There are pleasures to be had with super kicks, insect-based flight, and small everyday objects zapped and weaponized. But Reed doesn't treasure thrills, putting priority on droopy humor, giving the movie an air of desperation. I don't understand how a movie could be desperate, especially one that's part of the Marvel Universe. It doesn't have to be desperate, it just has to frickin' show up. Iron Man 3 is like one of the most poorly received Marvel movies, and it's still better received than most movies. They just arrive, and it's good. Enough. Every Marvel movie is a Kardashian. They just show up and everyone's like, oh my god, you're my least favorite, but still, the Kardashians here? Crap! Chloe. Shut up, Chloe. So what did you guys think of Ant-Man and the Wasp if you've already seen it? And if not, are you planning on seeing it? And also, what do you think of this dude's review? Because it clearly annoyed me. That being said, if it's your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the little bell right next to it. Also, there's some videos on the screen if you want to see another one from us. And until we see you next time, geek out and game on.